Hi everyone, it's Simon Lewis here with another short video on distance learning during this COVID-19 thing that is going on. It's kind of weird on these uncertain times of what are we going to do about learning in schools. And I suppose what I've noticed in the last I suppose since Thursday when the school shut down was this deluge of kind of stuff. A lot of it good, being made by companies and by all sorts of people, and teachers with the best of intentions. And I felt a little bit overwhelmed by the amount of links that were being shown. And I'm sorry that I'm adding to that, but I thought I'd just make a couple of videos, just a few videos, just to show you some really easy ideas that you can use, given that you haven't started using technology for learning in your primary school. This is aimed really at primary schools, but I'm sure it's of use to some secondary schools too, or wherever you are. I don't know, but I suppose this is really aimed at people who haven't set up Google Classroom, who don't have Google Apps for Education, who don't have a VLE, those kind of things, and ways that they can engage. Effectively, all you really need for any of these things are your pupils, well, not your pupils, but your pupils' families' email addresses, because you have to get the information out there. And if you can't get the information out there through their email addresses, I suppose maybe through a Facebook page or through, basically you have to get to them somehow. And I don't know what schools are doing, how schools generally get that stuff out to parents. Maybe, gosh, if you have to post it out, uh, we could even do that. That's an absolute possibility. The last video I showed was called a hyperdoc, and I'm just going to show you a different type of hyperdoc. And it's the hyperdoc that we're using for my own school, where we're going to send this off to parents. It's basically, this is basically what it is. It is a grid of learning activities that can be done in school, or sorry, not in school, at home, and basically that's it. This is 20 activities. Some of them you'll find when you see them there, most of them have nothing to do with technology really. They're just activities. For example, a HIIT workout. There's just a bunch of exercises that you can do at home. A sketch a day, for example, is basically, if you've copied work at Sketchpad, you might do one sketch a day in a sketchpad. So that's kind of some of the activities. Now you'll notice how I got to those was by clicking on these links, and it will bring me down to the place. So for example, this brings me down to these projects here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. All you need is a Google Doc. If you don't know how to have a Google Doc, all you need to do is have a Gmail account or a Google account. If you don't have a Google account, get one. It's because it's free, number one, and number two, I feel it's one of the best ways and one of the easiest ways to get information across to your children very easily without any problems, and for them to get it back to you, because we're going to be using a button called share quite a lot, which is how you're going to get the information to and from your pupils. So basically, what I've done is I've created the instructions here. This is just a normal Google Doc, very like Word, and then I've made a table, and how you make a table: insert a table and whatever size you want it to be, and then I fill it in with different activities. Now don't worry about the links for the moment. I'll show you how to do them in a minute. Once I've got my activities down, they obviously need a little explanation. So here's my explanations here. All the way down here. So again, you don't really need to know much more, just describe what we want them to do. Now it's how do you link from here to your activity? Okay, so we can make it as easy as possible for children and their families to navigate it. And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to use a thing called bookmarking. And what you'll notice beside any of my headings here is that you've got a little bookmark. Now you don't need to do this, but I think bookmarking is the easiest way to do it. And bookmarks are exactly what you think they would be. They bring you to a point in a book. So what you do to add a bookmark is highlight the place you want the child to go or the person to go, insert, bookmark, done. And what you get is this lovely little bookmark. And then to link that, and what I'll do is I'll get rid of the link here so you can see what I do. Okay, so I've got nothing here. What I do is I highlight the text. So highlight the text, and I can go insert, link, or I can go to this button here, link here. And I can go to bookmarks, and I can go to my HIIT homework and apply. And when I click on it, click on the bookmark, it brings me down to the homework. And that works for every other one of them. So you can just do each one turn by turn. The first time you do this, it's going to take a while to do. But once you have one, what you can do then is just make copies of the particular document and just change the activities, change the names of the bookmarks, and it's a little bit easier to do. Or even keep the same ones. Have a little bit of a, I suppose, if we're going to be doing this for a while, we're probably going to be using, changing this to be more specific to your own classroom. What are you going to be doing? Let's say if we don't get back to school before Easter, would you have some activities that you might have been doing with your class anyway? Maybe you've sent books home with your children. You want them to do particular pages. Maybe there's handwriting activities you want them to do, and you want to send those. There's all sorts of ways that you can use this document. Now, what I've done is I've made this document available to everybody, and I've done that. Basically, Google Docs have very funny very funny addresses. They're very, very long, which makes them unique. I'll just show you what this Google document looks like. I'm just inserting it here. So you can see here, look how long it is. No one's going to remember that. So what I do is I use a tool called Bitly, and I'm going to bring you over there. This is Bitly, bit.com or bit.ly, and what you can do is you set up an account, they're free, and you can create these shortened links. So this document here is bit.ly /COVID-19 learning menu, and when people go to that to that address, it brings them to a viewable version of your document. So this is what they will do. Now they can't edit this, which is what you want. You don't want the children editing this. So what are you going to do if you want to get this document and you want to make a copy of it? Well, I'm just going to show you. Basically up here in your bar, you'll see that there's the very last bit is view. You see, it doesn't really matter what it's called, view. Get rid of that view and type in copy. Okay, and when you type in copy, you'll be able to create your own, make a copy of it, and in your own Google account, you can just make a copy of my of this. So you now have full control. This isn't going to edit the main document that I made. This is your unique copy. You can now change anything you want here to make it suit your classroom and your school. Now, the last thing you want to do is get it out to your children. So basically, you don't want them again to be editing the document. So what you'll do is just share it. Click on share. You'll want to get the shareable link. Anyone now, this is my Educate Together account. So what I want to do is I want to make this available to anybody with the link. So anyone in the world can get this. And what they can do is they can view it. I don't want them to comment. I don't want them to edit them. I want it to view. So it's anyone with the link can view it. And I want to click save there. And basically this is the link that they'll get. Now you see how long it is? So we can copy that link. And it's copied to the right. Now you can send that link if you want to all your families. They won't thank you first, particularly if you post it out, if you've no other way of getting it out to. So what I'd suggest is you go to this tool, Bitly, sorry, I'll just get it back here, create a new link, you paste it all in there, and that's me doing that there, and I can add a title, whatever I want. So this is Simon's distance learning tasks or something. Oh my gosh, distance learning task, and I can use theirs or I can use my own. So we can do Simon's COVID link or something, I don't mind, or Simon's COVID-19, let's call it that, and then I can save it, and that's the address that they will need to go to. I'm actually not going to save that one because I don't need it, and that's really it, and you're done. It's as simple as that. That's I don't think there's any point in going on any more than that. I hope you're all keeping safe out there. I'll create some other videos as I think of other really simple ideas. The main thing that I want to do is get really easy ideas that require no technical expertise or anything like that. Really simple, free tools. You don't have to sign up or give your life away to anybody. Well, except for Google, I guess, in this case. And and look, as I come up with ideas, I'll share them on this YouTube channel. Thanks very much for tuning in, and as I said, keep safe out there, and we'll check out another video soon. Thank you. Bye bye.